Hey, what's up guys, Bajheera here. So for this video, we're going to be taking a look at some of the 5.4 Death Knight changes, and of course I've got some 5.4 PTR rolling for you. This is from the PTR. Wanted to try out a little bit of the Death Knight stuff because I know some people are interested in the DK changes and DK gameplay as well. So what we're going to do for this video is I'm going to go over some of the changes as they're listed in the 5.4 PTR. And give you guys a little bit of gameplay to look at, just to see how the old Death Knight's doing in 5.4. But to start off, what we're gonna do is they made some general changes just to the Death Knight class in general, and one of them apparently is that if you cast a Death Gate while you're in Ebb and Hold, the Death Gate, when you click it, will take you to wherever you casted it from in the regular world. So that's kind of cool. Icebound Fortitude no longer casts Runic Power, which I think that actually is a neat change, because sometimes, you know, you get in a stun, you know, if a rogue opens on you with a stun and you want to IBF it right off the bat, too bad you don't have any Runic Power, so enjoy trinketing or dying, I guess. For Blood Spec, the riposte is that same passive ability that a lot of the tank classes have, and you learn this at level 76, and it says when the Death Knight dodges or parries any attack, they gain 75% of their parry and dodge as an additional bonus to critical strike for 20 seconds. So if you guys are tanks and like critting bosses, you're in luck. So keep on stacking that that avoidance stat, and then you'll just get crit off of it, so have fun with that. This is still for Blood. Dancing Rune Weapon no longer costs Runic Power, so it seems like they're removing the Runic Power cost of some of these big, long cooldown abilities, which is pretty cool. So maybe you can pop it right off the bat instead of waiting, you know, wait until you get Runic Power to use it, I guess. Sanguine Fortitude no longer reduces the cost of Icebound Fortitude, and I imagine that's because Icebound Fortitude is already free, so what are you going to do? You can't really reduce it much further than that. The Scent of Blood also now has a chance to activate with Death Knight dodges or parries of melee attacks, so that's cool. The only change for Unholy at the moment is Master of Ghouls now reduces the cooldown of Raised Dead by 60 seconds. So what these changes are is they're actually being listed on the Blizzard website, because I feel like I remember seeing some like damage number changes, but these might be the ones that they feel really good about and are definitely going to have in the game. But that's just a guess. So the only real sure thing about Unholy right now is that the Master of Ghouls now reduces the cooldown of Raised Dead by 60 seconds. No real damage, like percentage-based damage things being listed right now. I'm not even seeing any changes for Frost, but anyway, regardless. For the talents, Anti-Magic Zone has been redesigned. The talent now reduces magic damage taken in the area of effect by 40% for 3 seconds. There is no longer a cap on total damage absorbed, and the ability no longer scales with strength. So that seems like a bit of a nerf to me. Makes AMS not such a strong choice, but who knows? It might change up what people decide to use, but still, you know, still an important damage mitigation cooldown that you might take against caster teams. So it did take a little bit of a nerf, it looks like, but who knows? I guess we'll have to see it in action. Death Siphon has its damage increased by 10%. I remember loving Death Siphon in low level, and it's going to continue to two-shot people at low level, and I also imagine it will continue to be useless at max level. But have fun with that, low-level Death Knights, Death Siphoning people for their entire health bar. Plague Leech now tries to convert 2 fully depleted runes up from 1 into a death rune based on the specialization, and of course it's going to take like the sort of unimportant runes. I guess you could say it that way. So for Blood, it's going to restore 1 Frost rune and 1 Unholy rune, or it's going to take those ones into death runes. A lot of people have been saying that this is going to be really, really good. I don't know if this is going to make me personally spec out of Rolling Blood, but I mean, if you're interested in doing like single target damage, attack a lot of necrotic strikes, I guess that could be cool. But just me personally, I love, and one of the reasons that really I was attracted to the Death Knight class is just that huge AoE cleave, and Rolling Blood really helps you apply all those dots really, really fast. And applying dots to, like, you know, 6 people with 1 Rolling Blood is way more than 2 globals, you know, that you get for 2 extra necrotic strikes from death runes. So I don't know about that if I'll be using that, but some people might. Some people got pretty pumped about that from what I saw on the stream when we were checking out 5.4 on the stream. But anyway, there are also some glyph changes. They're new major glyphs, actually. The glyph of Festering Blood makes Blood Boil treat all targets as if they had been or have been infected with Blood, Plague, or Frost Fever. So that means that I guess it's already gonna spread it for you, I guess? Or no, it probably already does the amount of damage that it does when you have all the dots up. We'll have to actually see what that does. I don't know, but okay, cool. A Glyph of Regenerative Magic. This one sounds actually kind of neat. If Anti-Magic Shell expires after its full duration, cooldown for the ability is reduced based on the amount of damage absorbed. So if you're going to take a bunch of damage from a caster cleave and they actually end up breaking your AMS, if they do that, it means that your AMS will have a shorter cooldown next time you want to use it. So that's cool. It kind of helps you out against super caster teams, because they probably will break your AMS. They have, I don't know, if you get lucky and anticipate a deep when you get Nova and throw an AMS up. I mean, I guess you won't get deep in that case, but anyway, you know, if you start taking a lot of damage and you put your AMS up and it breaks, I mean, it puts it on a shorter cooldown for you. That's cool against caster teams. But anyway, Glyph of Swift Death, haste effect granted by Soul Reaper now increases the Death Knight's movement speed for the duration. So if you're on like a Death Knight Soul Reaper killing spree and you putting Soul Reaper up and they're dying before it goes off, and you get that haste buff, you know, you can be running around the BGs really fast and cleaving people down. That sounds like fun. I don't know if it's worth a major glyph spot, but it seems like they've been putting a lot of these kind of like BG funsy glyphs in, and that kind of sounds like one of them. Glyph of the Loud Horn, what a great name that is. Horn of Winter now generates additional runic power, but the cooldown is increased. Couldn't they say like Thunderous Horn or like Glacial, something other than like Loud? They should probably make a different name for that. Major glyphs, these are just changes to glyphs that already exist. Glyph of Enduring Infection now reduces damage taken or damage dealt by diseases by 15%, down from 30%. It makes it undispellable still, but only 15% damage reduction. Could be interesting. Could be interesting. Glyph of Mind Freeze now reduces the cooldown of Mind Freeze by 1 second and raises its cost by 10 runic power, down from 2 seconds and 20 runic power. So a bit of a nerf, but not sure if worth. Glyph of Outbreak now causes Outbreak to cost 30 runic power, down from 30. I don't know about that one. Glyph of Pillar of Frost now reduces movement speed by 70% instead of freezing the Death Knight in place. That one might be kind of cool for Frost Death Knights, I guess. Makes you move slow, but you're going to one-shot everybody that you touch, so that could be fun. New minor glyphs. Glyph of the Long Winter. Horn of Winter now lasts for 1 hour. That actually might be kind of cool. Glyph of the Skeleton. Death Knight's Raise Dead spell now summons a skeleton instead of a ghoul. So what we're seeing, at least from my point of view, is nothing super... Nothing super intense for Death Knight changes. A few little balanced things here and there. I think the coolest thing, I guess, is, you know, some of these spells not requiring runic power that you wouldn't normally have when you wanted to use them, perhaps. But other than that, Death Knights seem to be in a similar spot as they are now, which is strong as hell. So if you guys like your Death Knights, they're gonna keep being strong for you. But anyway. Admittedly, it is hard to tear myself away from my warrior in 5.4 to play a Death Knight still. But if you guys are interested in the Death Knight changes or more Death Knight gameplay, I'm sure I'm going to bring some more out here for you guys pretty soon. But 5.4 is looking good for Death Knights and Warriors, so I'm going to be having a lot of fun. And I hope you will too. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Peace!